Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Give me a second. All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to give y'all a chance to realize I'm here. Rashida Strober, of course, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody. Yeah, I'm going to give you guys a chance to realize I'm here. Please make sure you guys share my live. I'm about to put it on my Facebook because, I have a lot to say about this whole Bill Cosby situation. And I got a twist to it, of course. I'm telling it from the dark-skinned activist point of view. So y'all just bear with me. I'm just going to give people a chance to realize I'm here because this is an impromptu live, guys. So just bear with me. Like I said, please make sure you guys go ahead and share the live. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Deej Talbert. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. All right. All right. So first of all, for those of you that don't know, it's Rashida Strober. I am the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. I'm the reason that anybody on YouTube, anybody on social media, I'm the reason y'all talking about colorism and dark skin. I started this entire platform. The short of it, let me get to the short of it. Back in 1998, I started the first platform in history to fight for the eradication of colorism. Get rid of colorism, get rid of dark skin discrimination. And this was, of course, before anybody on social media. This was before social media existed, right? This was before people started talking about colorism. I created the first movement to talk about colorism and dark skin discrimination, which I call darkism. And the movement consists of me writing books and plays and doing darkism talks about only dark skin and colorism. I'm the first person in recorded history to do this. I call the movement that I started dark skin activism because it is activism. It is a very unique form of activism that has never taken place in the Black community before. And there was never an intentional focus to talk about the specific experiences that dark skinned people go through. Oh, thank you. Good morning. I see you. I was just on my phone. Okay, continue right along. Listen. Anyway, so dark skinned people were not talking about dark skinned women was never talking about their dark skin like that. Not as a topic because they didn't want to talk about it. That's the bottom line. So I always wondered why the hell was I being treated differently as a dark skinned person called nappy headed and Black and ugly, and the light skinned people in my family, being treated better than me for having light skin and good hair. That was always a burning question, a burning issue that I had on my mind. So that's how dark skin activism got started. And when I was an undergraduate at St. Petersburg College, I got the opportunity to speak at Harambe African American History Month. And that's when it all started. And I created this movement that nobody had ever done before because Black women didn't give a damn about talking about their dark skin problems. They didn't even see it as a topic of discussion to worthy to be talking about. So, I started it. So for years, I worked writing books and plays about only dark skin, doing this was all before the dark girls, all that. I started this whole, yes, I'm taking credit because I know people gonna come up on here and they're gonna be like, I don't care. I'm taking credit because I'm dealing with facts. Just like I'm gonna deal with some facts based on Bill Cosby's case, which is why I have the position that I have. So anyway, I bring dark skin activism to social media, creating the first YouTube channel to talk about colorism and all that. Nobody didn't care about it. Still, it took me some years. 2015, I popped off when I called out Kendrick Lamar's mate selection for his light skin, his light skinned mate selection. I called him out and people were mad. They were angry and they were upset. Like they'd be mad at me now. I got so many haters, but hi haters, I'm gonna keep on going. I don't worry about haters. I keep doing what God put on my heart to do. I'm not gonna stop because of the haters. Anyway, I sure will. I'll do that. Okay. Stop trying to throw me off my game this morning. Okay. Anyway, so all right, let me finish. So yeah, I was made Donkey of the Day by Charlamagne in the Breakfast Club, y'all. And that's when the colorism conversation popped off. People started stealing from my channel. Black women on YouTube started stealing from me, and they switched up their content, right? Yes, it is, big boy, big, but you on here watching me. You're on here watching me. You like to hear what I have to say. You like to hear what I have to say. Even though it's the same story, you on here watching me. Anyway, so after I went viral in 2015 for calling out Kendrick Lamar, the short of it is I went viral to millions and off of something that I had started back in 98, and people started stealing from me. They started taking from me. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Deej Talbert. Love you. Good morning, Mr. Gibson. Good morning, Big Boy. Big Boy. Let me see, Big Boy Big. Even though you coming on here with that hating, but I'm gonna keep on going. Anyway, so that's how the colorism conversation got started. Thanks to Rashida Strober, and now all these other people they stealing from me. But you're not the dark skin activist. You'll never be able to go back and do what I've already done. I'm the queen. I'm the GOAT, and that's what it is. Get over it. Okay, you better understand that. Everybody listening to this better understand that, and I'm dead ass serious. And the people that love me and rocking with me, they know. Some people call me arrogant and narcissistic. I don't give a fuck about y'all calling me that. But the people that's rocking with me and that understand me, they know I'm telling the truth and they love me. So I'm not worried about the haters. I'm not worried about you. By the way, make sure y'all go and make a contribution to my Cash App. My Cash App is $rashidalala because I'm continuing to fight the battle against darkism. All right. So yes. So I have to get that introduction, get that on out the way. Now, I gave that introduction to give you guys an understanding of where I'm coming from with my critique of the Bill Cosby situation. Bill Cosby is guilty, but Bill Cosby is not guilty of what he's been charged with. Bill Cosby is guilty of darkism. That is what he's guilty of, okay? And I'm not a fan of Bill Cosby's darkism, okay? Bill Cosby's preference is not dark-skinned women. That's not his preference. And y'all already know, the people that follow me and that watch me, y'all already know and understand that I got a problem with any black man that chooses anything over dark skin. I do. I got a problem with that. I got a problem with you. Yep, I do. But the thing is this, even though I got a problem with Bill Cosby's darkism, which he's manifested in a myriad of ways, he's been doing this for a long time, I could still be honest and tell the truth about the man's guilt or innocence based purely on the facts. And I'm a fact-based person, okay? I can separate people, and that's what some of y'all need to learn how to do. Some of y'all need, even you haters on here that's on here, you know, you hating on me. I got so many haters that's mad because I be calling out darkism, and you don't like when I say that the black man belongs to the dark-skinned black woman. You don't like that. You don't like when the dark-skinned activist says that the black man, I said the black man is mine. The black man is mine. That's right. And I'm saying it again. The black man belongs to the dark-skinned black woman. And you see this? You see what you're looking at right now? I'm the real representation of black female beauty. And so from that standpoint, I have a problem with Bill Cosby because his preference is not dark skin. Okay, his preference is clearly not dark skin. He's taken his wealth and he's made sure that the non-dark skinned women, that they're getting the money. And that's why I have a problem with you black men, when this is where you're supposed to be. Dark skin, natural hair, the real black is where you're supposed to be. And I'm going to tell you motherfuckers that until the day I die, because I'm actually right. And that's why people be mad and hating on me. That's why people be jealous and pissed off, because I'm just simply telling the truth. You mad at the truth. So, but again, understanding that Bill Cosby is a darkist, and that term darkist, D-A-R-K-I-S-T, D-A-R-K-I-S-T comes from my book, Darkism. And I forgot to mention that I wrote more books on dark skin than any human being in the world. You're not going to beat me on that. It's already laid out. My books include Darkism, 25 ways dark skinned people are discriminated against. Go get it. If you cash out me $40 or more, I'll send you one of my dark skin books. My other book includes Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge, How to Be the Hottest Dark Skinned Chick on the Planet, which is the first motivational book for dark skinned females. And in all of those dark skinned books, which I'm writing another one called Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober Story. In all my dark skin books, I have a dark skin glossary of terms, which is the first of its kind, which defines these terms associated with darkism. And darkism is a word that I coined to denote the unique circumstances that dark skinned people face. So in my books, I call any person that discriminates against a dark skinned person, I call them a darkist. So yes, Bill Cosby is a darkist. He is. He's a darkist. He's guilty of being a darkist. But what he's not guilty of, based upon the facts, I said based upon the facts, let me be clear. He's not guilty of sexual assault against Andrea Constad. That's the one that took him to civil court and criminal court, which in 2017, there was a mistrial. Yes, there was a mistrial. The jury couldn't make up their mind. That speaks volumes regarding the evidence. And one of the reasons why I can understand why the jury could not make up their mind is because of one of the depositions that I read. And I'm going to put it in the chat box. You can go read it for yourself. There's so many inconsistencies. Okay? There's so many. I ain't worried about Big Boy. Big Boy is a fan in this. I got a lot of fans in disguise. Hi haters disguised as fans. The Cash App is $Rashidalala. Once again, $Rashidalala. All right. Now let me also say this real quick. I am in full support of true victims of any type of sexual victimization and sexual assault. I'm in full support, because those that really follow me, you know that I myself am actually a victim of it. I really don't go into detail about it, but it's in my biography on my website. I don't really go into detail because I put that stuff behind me. It happened a long time ago, but I am empathetic and I am sympathetic to real victims of any type of sexual assault. Okay. I am a very empathetic, caring person. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about me. God know my heart. You know, it is what it is. So this is not any type of shade or any shot or any undermining of true victims of sexual assault. And I just feel like people like Andrea Constad, you are making it difficult for the real victims of sexual assault that have really been victimized. And I don't like that. Okay? Because it's harder for these women to come forward. And I understand what that feels like, because especially with Black women, a lot of us are not given the benefit of the doubt. Okay, we're not. And I know that firsthand from when the situation occurred with me a long time ago, going to the police and how I was treated. I never got justice. Okay. So I had to say that off rip. So as we know, Bill Cosby has been released from prison, and his conviction was overturned. And his conviction was overturned pretty much due to a technicality. I believe it was by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, right? And from what I'm understanding and from what I'm reading, the conviction, the main reason, even though I think there's like a close to a 80-page opinion that was written to explain the rationalization, the legal rationalization behind why the conviction was overturned. I haven't read that yet, but I would love to get my hands on the documents and read it. But the basic reason why it was overturned is because there's a prosecutor sometime back when these charges were first filed, that made an agreement to get Bill Cosby to speak regarding a civil case that Andrea Constad was trying to pursue against him. They wanted him to speak, and so they made an agreement that Bill Castor is the name of the prosecutor, made an agreement that Bill Cosby would not be charged criminally, because what they wanted to do is to get him to speak openly and honestly, I guess, in a deposition of some kind, so that Andrea Constad could obtain damages in a civil lawsuit. And so, from my understanding, that was the agreement between Bill Castor, the prosecutor at that time, and I guess Bill Cosby and his lawyers. But then a new prosecutor stepped in, Kevin Steele, and changed the game. All right. And if I'm incorrect on any of my information, y'all come on in and correct me. But that is my understanding. And so this new prosecutor came in and said, to hell with this agreement, I'm going to prosecute anyway. And so the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned the decision because the prosecution agreement was already put in place with Bill Castor, and it was basically a violation of Bill Cosby's rights that agreement wasn't followed, hence the overturning of Bill Cosby's conviction and his subsequent release. All right. And I have to say, in Andrea Constand's case, I would have to agree with it, not just solely based upon the agreement between the prosecutor and Bill Cosby's legal team. That's not primarily why I agree with it. I agree with it because Andrea Constad, based on her own admission in a deposition, let me pull up the deposition right now. Hold on, y'all. So you can't be lying and making up shit and then backtracking. I'm hold on, I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link in the that's one of the depositions right there. Y'all need to go and y'all need to read the deposition. I just, being true love, you understand what I'm saying. I disagree that Bill Cosby is guilty based upon the facts that came out in the deposition, and also in Andrea Constad's own testimony. But in this case, I'm dealing with the written word in a deposition that she said out of her own mouth. The things that she said out of her own mouth, that does not make sense. That's why remember, back in 2017, there was a hung jury. They got all the facts, and they couldn't come to a unanimous agreement that he was guilty. Reasonable doubt. We're dealing with facts here. I'm not dealing with how I feel. I put aside the darkism that I think that Bill Cosby has, and I could easily say, you know what, I don't like him because he don't like dark-skinned women. I put all that aside, and I'm dealing with the facts. Go read the deposition. I pulled it up right here. The deposition that I'm looking at right now, and there's more evidence. This is just one of many. The deposition here. Let's see. Hold on one second. Let me see if there's a date on here. The date and time of this deposition is January 22nd, 2005. 2005. Now, this was before all this firestorm came out. Okay? Before all the Me Too movement came out, which I'm in support of some aspects of the Me Too movement. Some aspects I'm not. Like grown women jumping on the bandwagon with R. Kelly. trying to attach themselves to the real 14-year-old victim. I ain't in solidarity with that. The 14-year-old is the real victim, not grown women that consented to being with R. Kelly. So it's some things that ain't right. But let's stick to this deposition and the facts of what came out of Andrea Constand's mouth. These are facts. Again, these are facts based on this deposition. I just put it, hold on, because I'm finna stop right here. I'm finna stop right here because I don't like it when people be up here lying. I don't like it when people lie. Let's be honest and tell the truth. There's the link I just put in there. There's the link. There's the link. There's the link. Go read the deposition. Okay. Hold on one second. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Let me share my screen. Meantime, my Cash App, I'm going to put it back up. It's $Rashidalala. Once again, $Rashidalala. Please make sure you go and make a donation. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. And my GoFundMe, I'm trying to get it to 10,000. So come on, y'all. Let's get it popping and get that GoFundMe to 10,000. You can find my GoFundMe by simply Googling Rashida Strober GoFundMe. I was trying to put my Cash App back up on the screen here. Y'all bear with me. There we go. All right. Because that's where I prefer the donations to go. But let me share my screen right here real quick. Okay, so here's the deposition I was referring to. So the place of the interview, Montgomery County Detective Bureau, Norristown, Pennsylvania. Date and time, Saturday, January 22nd, 2005. And those are the detectives involved. Okay, this is a statement, rather. I said deposition. But the point that I was making is these are, when you do a statement to authorities, or when you do a deposition to authorities, you are stating that you're telling the truth. Okay. You know, you get ready to make a statement to the police or the FBI or whomever. When you're doing that, you're basically saying that you are saying that this is the truth. Okay. So this is the statement. And I said deposition, but this is the statement. I want to correct myself. Statement of Andrea Constand. Okay. Let's be clear. Okay. And she is being questioned by Detective Richard Schaefer and Detective Catherine J. Hart. And it says right here, I am Detective Richard Schaefer, Cheltenham Police Department, and this is Detective Catherine Hart of the Montgomery County Detective Bureau. We are taking your statement regarding a sexual assault by William Cosby. So this is her statement, people. Now y'all can go through and read this yourself. It's 47 pages, but I read through a lot of this, and I also looked at her testimony and read other articles. And I'm telling you right now, based on what she's saying out of her own mouth, this is inconsistent with a sexual assault. And if I was on a jury, I would not convict him. So now these are some of the stuff that I read, but again, y'all can go through and read it yourself. Y'all ain't got to believe me. Y'all can read, y'all can comprehend. Now, one of the things that stick out to me is this woman kept going back based on this statement over and over and over to this man's house. Even after this so-called assault, and this is the part right here, which is page 17 where I'm reading, she went back to meet up with Cosby. Let me tell you something. As a victim of sexual assault myself, you're not going to do that. You don't do that. Okay? So this was after. Let's just read through some of this. Let's just read through some of this. Now, as I scroll up, this is the part right here on page 16 where she's describing the assault. Now, this is after the one of the times she went where they were engaged and, you know, their flirtations and their, you know, so she went back, and this is the time where she described what happened. Okay, y'all can read this for yourselves. Now, after the incident, which is she's purporting to be an assault, if you scroll down, some of the questions are not consistent with a real assault, such as, did you seek any type of medical treatment after this incident? She says, no, I did not. Okay. At the time of the incident with Cosby, were you using any type of birth control? No, I did not. Did Cosby contact you after this incident? Yes, he did. He contacted me in March by phone. Had you attempted to reach him following this incident? No. What was the nature of the conversation with Cosby when he called? Answer. Her answer is, Mr. Cosby was very short and brief. He said, we're going to a Chinese restaurant in Chinatown. There will be honor students and their parents from Central High. He said that there would be guidance counselors and others. He said, we are going to meet there for 6:30. At first, I was hesitant. I said, okay, but I would just like to talk to you, Mr. Cosby, about something that has been on my mind. He said, just be there. We'll see you there. Did you go to the restaurant? Answer, yes, I did. Now, this is all after the assault, the alleged assault. Question, what was your intent in going to the restaurant? Answer, to confront him and discuss what happened and what he gave to me that night that would have made that situation happen. I just wanted to confront him about it and ask some questions. Question, did anyone take pictures at this event? Answer, yes, one of the parents of the young boys. Question, do you know their names? No, I don't. Question, were there any pictures of you taken? I don't know if there was pictures, but I think there were a couple of group shots. Question, were you sitting near Cosby at any time during the dinner? No, I was sitting at the side of the table, and he was on one of the ends of the table. Question, how long did the dinner last? The dinner lasted about an hour and a half. Question, did you have any conversation with Cosby at this dinner? No. Okay, question, did you speak with him after the dinner? Answer, briefly. He said, if you still want to talk to me, if so, I'm going to talk to you. Come up to the house and I will talk to you. Question, which home did he indicate? Answer, I drove up to the same house I knew at 2nd Street and I pulled directly into the driveway. I may have placed a call to him on the way there. Question, what happened next? I walked in the door and sat down at the table. I right away said, I need to just ask you some questions about what happened, about the encounter we had. Right away, he blew it off and showed no interest in discussing it. He said, I don't understand. He was confused. He didn't catch on that I wanted to confront him about it. Question, did you ever specifically tell Cosby what you were there to discuss? Answer, no, I said, I don't know what happened, but I'm uncomfortable with what happened. He said, wait a minute. He quickly changed the subject. He said, what's going on? He walked me to the couch in the sitting room and was clearly confused about what was going on. I never mentioned the pills. Okay, I just said, I don't know what you did to me. He sat close to me, too close to me, and I was disturbed that considering what had happened in that specific space at that point, I didn't think I was going to accomplish what I wanted to. As soon as he sat down next to me, I changed my sitting position away from him, and I got up and started walking towards the door. I hadn't taken my jacket off at that point. I didn't want to be there, and I just wanted to leave. I put my hand on the door and just stood there. He said goodbye, and I walked out the door. He said, I don't know what's going on. Question, Did anything inappropriate happen at this encounter? No, but I felt uncomfortable. Question. He didn't physically touch you at this time? No. Question. Did you return to the home? Answer. Yes, I did. Listen. Here's the thing, folks. Number one, this woman went back over and over and over to this man's house again before this happened. There's several times where she states that she just keeps going back to his house. If you are a sexual assault victim, you don't go back to the house of the person that assaulted you. You go to the police. She keeps going back to this man's house over and over again based on her own words. That's why I just said to y'all, I deal with the facts. You have to ask the question to this lady, if you feel like you're being violent, there is no way in hell that if I felt like I was being assaulted by a man, that I am going to keep going back to his house again and again, that I am going to go out to dinner with him after this occurred. What I'm going to do, and what any woman should do, the first thing you need to do, let me give you some advice. You go to the police. You don't go out to dinner. You don't confront the person. You don't go sit down for a talk. Because the thing is, you're going to the same place that you're saying that this stuff happened to you. It doesn't make sense. And then another thing, she could have gone to the hospital and they could have done a rape kit. And then, you could find DNA, you could do all kinds of things to figure out what happened. And we're dealing with a grown woman. We're not dealing, that's another element to this. So you can't use the excuse of, well, I was young and I didn't, because some very young females, they're impressionable. And you can blame it on their age. Well, maybe they don't know. But you're a grown woman and you going back to this man's house over and over again, who you said assaulted you. It doesn't make sense. Why do you think in 2017 there was a hung jury? Which all the way up to this time, now we have a situation where the prosecutor made an agreement not to prosecute. And now you have an overturning of the conviction. This speaks volumes to me. I do not believe that Bill Cosby, and I don't care if you don't like it. I see some people on here who got a problem with what I'm saying. That's too bad. This is my opinion. I don't care. Based upon the actual facts of what this woman said out of her own mouth, a grown woman. There's no mental illness here. You're mature enough to understand what you need to do, yet you continue to go back. I believe that that's one of the reasons why that there was a hung jury, because of her inconsistency. It just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't even like Bill Cosby like that. Because like I said, the man is a darkist. And I could have easily said, you know what? I'm going to jump on the I don't like Bill Cosby, hate Bill Cosby, because he don't like dark-skinned women. And he got a light-skinned wife. That's easy for me to do. But what's not easy to do is be objective and go based off of the facts, even when you dislike a person. And that is what I'm doing here. So this woman's testimony, this woman's statements has been very inconsistent. And we're, again, based upon the facts. And I'm not going to keep on repeating what I said, because I done pretty much said what I had to say. The facts speak for themselves. They speak for themselves. And that's not the little part that I just read. That's not the whole of the inconsistencies. You can go back yourself and do your own research on Andrea Constant's statements. And you'll find, if you're objective and fair, which a lot of y'all going off of y'all emotions, you'll find that what I am stating is actually the truth regarding her own statements out of her mouth in terms of continuing to go back to this man's house who supposedly assaulted her. You just, as a woman, you don't do that. As a woman who's been a true victim, you do not do that. You go to the police. You go to the police. How do I know? Because I did it myself. I went directly to the police. I did not go back talking to anybody, to the person that did this to me. I didn't go back and have a conversation about it. I didn't go out to dinner with the person. I didn't go talk about I want to confront the person. No, I went directly to the police. Okay? And that is what that's my problem with this woman. That is my problem. And Bill Cosby, based upon this particular situation here, I don't believe he's guilty. I believe what he's guilty of, like I said, he's guilty of darkism. You damn sure guilty of that. And he's guilty of being a bad husband. You cheated on your wife. You're cheating on your wife all over the place. That's what you're doing. And that's the part I really hate. You're cheating on your wife. And you are a darkist, Bill Cosby. Now, that's my take on it. Based on the facts, based on the evidence, I'm actually glad that he was let out. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So that is my take on it. Yes, that is my take on it, y'all. This case is kind of complicated because these events took place in 2005. And it took all these years for it to come to trial, for him to be charged. And the charge came out of the civil lawsuit, which is, again, the reason why the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania overturned this conviction, because the prosecutor had made an agreement that he would not criminally prosecute because they wanted Bill Cosby to testify. They wanted to depose him for the civil lawsuit. So, again, I think this woman shot herself in the foot by, number one, not immediately going to the police. At that time, she should have immediately. That's why I don't believe this was a assault. I don't. And then by going back to his house again and again, and going out on social engagements again and again, taking his phone calls. No, those are not the actions of a person that has been sexually assaulted. You don't do that. You do not do that. And that's what it is. So anyway, y'all, that's pretty much what I have to say on this. I will be doing a live on giving y'all my take and my opinion on the Sha'Carri Richardson situation. I don't know what time I'm going to do that today, but at some point I'm going to be doing that live because I do have a lot that I have to say about that particular situation. I want you guys to make sure you make a donation. You can go to my Cash App, which is $rashidalala. You can also go to my PayPal, which is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com, and make a donation there. You can go to my GoFundMe also and make a donation. And in closing, I just want to say that I am once again in full support of the true victims of any type of sexual assault. I am in like 100% support of y'all, and I want y'all to get justice. I pray for justice because I understand what it feels like, and I understand what you're going through because I've been there myself. I understand how traumatizing it can be, and I want to encourage you that if you have been assaulted, I want to encourage you to immediately, do not waste time, immediately go to the authorities, go to someone that can help you, go to the authorities. Don't hesitate, don't wait, because there are real victims out there, real victims. And I support justice for the real victims of sexual assault and sexual crimes. Daryl, I feel said Bill Cosby got the light-skinned black woman, but he really wanted the white woman, so he cheated. Yep. Yeah, that's why I said he's guilty of darkism. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind that he's guilty of darkism. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Got Brother Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign in the house. Yeah, he's definitely guilty of darkism. He's definitely guilty of cheating on his wife, and I don't like that. I don't have anything against his wife. She seems like a very sweet, good person, okay? Y'all think that because I say the black man belongs to the dark-skinned black woman, y'all think that I dislike a light-skinned spouse. No, she hasn't done anything to warrant a dislike. Like I said, to me, Camille Cosby seems like a very good person, and I actually feel sorry for her in all of this. I have a great level of sympathy and empathy for her in all of this because she doesn't deserve this. She doesn't deserve this. That woman has been loyal to him and been there for him. She's been with him. They've been married over 40 years. I mean, she doesn't, my heart really goes out to her. I can only imagine what the hell that this woman has been put through. So I'm very sympathetic to her, but I understand, you know. Well, yeah, Pentazoid 11 said he had dark and brown skinned women on his show. Yeah, he did. He did, but you know, that's not the type of woman that he chose to marry and give all his wealth to. And that's what I'm looking at. When the black man doesn't marry a dark-skinned woman, they marry a non-dark-skinned woman, and they got some money, they got some resources. You're telling me that you're devaluing me and that you don't think I'm worthy. And I'm too dark, I'm too nappy-headed to give the wealth to. And I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that because I, as a dark-skinned woman, deserve the money and the wealth too. That's what I want. And any man that I deal with, you're gonna find a way to give to me. That's what it's gonna be. Or I'm not gonna deal with you. I'm not going to take anything less as a dark-skinned black woman. And we have a problem with the men in our community that have, you know, means, and even the ones that might just be middle class. I ain't just talking to the ones with money, with big money. I'm talking to the ones that's, it's a lot of middle class black men out here that they might not be rich, but they still they own property, they work, whatever the case may be, and you know they still going and giving their wealth to non-dark skinned women. I have a problem with you. You're supposed to be marrying dark skinned black women. Yes, I said it. I'm gonna keep saying this to the day I die. I have a problem with y'all asses. I have a problem with y'all taking all y'all wealth and giving it to non-dark-skinned women. That's a motherfucking problem for me. You don't like it? I don't care. Fix it. Fix it. That's what you do. If you black men, you don't like what I'm saying, you got a problem with what I'm saying, then guess what? You need to fix it. You need to handle that. Letty Pat says, yeah, here's the hypocrisy in all this. Let me read your hypocritical comment here. I'm going to read it. So only pander to dark-skinned women. White women love fair skin and they have money. White men love fair skin and they have money. Stop chasing black men that don't want dark-skinned women. Listen, the point that I'm making is the black man belongs to the dark-skinned black woman. We're supposed to be together. So the wealth that y'all accumulate, you're supposed to give that back to the dark-skinned woman. This is your rightful place. Did you just hear what you just said, Letty Pat? You said white men love fair skin and they have money. So why the hell? That's their rightful counterparts. So why can't the black men love dark skin and give their money to the dark-skinned women? That's how that's supposed to go. That's how that's supposed to go. And I'm not going to stop saying it. And if you're a dark-skinned woman, you need to understand that that man is supposed to be giving you his money just like he do that light-skinned woman, or just like he do that white woman. You're no different. He's supposed to be marrying you and giving you his wealth because you are his true counterpart. And that's what it is. People get mad. Y'all so mad at what I got to say. I don't care. I don't care because I'm actually right. I'm actually right. Thank you, Dark Side Network. Thank you. Thank you. That's why they be mad at me, because I'll be point blank period telling y'all straight up, you're supposed to be with a dark-skinned Black woman. You're supposed to go work 2 and 3 jobs and open businesses and get that money and put it back in the hands of a dark-skinned Black woman through marriage. That's how it's supposed to go. That's how it's supposed to go. And dark-skinned women don't take nothing less from their asses. Don't take nothing less from them. We gotta, this foolishness gotta stop. I told y'all, 2 things the Black man needs to do: marry a dark-skinned Black woman and take care of a dark-skinned Black woman. That's what y'all supposed to do. I'm gonna get y'all back to y'all rightful place. Y'all can fight against it all y'all want, but that's why God put me here, the dark-skinned activist, to let you all know what you're supposed to be doing. That's why I'm here. That's my mission. Because some of y'all have completely, y'all are out of y'all minds. Y'all don't understand what the hell y'all doing. Daryl, I feel sad. Let me put your comment up there. Put your comment up there. These men don't seem to understand this, but I'm gonna get y'all right. I'm gonna get y'all right. And you dark-skinned women should be thanking me for getting these men right for y'all, for helping to get these men. I'm doing my part to bring the Black man back to the dark-skinned Black woman, which is the mission of dark-skinned activism. Daryl, I feel sad. The white man is loyal to the white woman no matter who he's married to. They show lives. And can you blame them? I'm not mad. What I'm angry about is the Black man not being loyal to the dark-skinned Black woman. That's my problem. Where my ring at? Where my money at? Let me put up Dental Clean comment. I was about to hop off here, y'all. Dental Clean says, I'm glad Bill Cosby's wife, Camille, and his wife on the Cosby Show, Felicia Rashad, both stood by their man. Yeah, I am too. I have to say that. Camille Cosby is a loyal woman. She's a strong woman. She done been through hell and back. That's why I'm saying I don't dislike her because she light skinned. I can clearly just read. Sometimes I can read people. She just seems like a genuinely nice person. She just does, light skinned or not. That's what I read from her. So, and Felicia Rashad is absolutely stunning. And she was, you're not going to be able to erase the legacy of, I grew up in the 80s. I was an 80s kid, grew up in the 80s. You're not going to be able to erase the legacy of what the Cosby Show brought to my envisionment of what a Black family was supposed to be. Felicia Rashad was a part of that. She was a wonderful Black wife. Okay, they did have some dark-skinned kids on there. They had some light-skinned kids on there. They did, but Bill Cosby is still a darkest. I'm not going to let him off the hook for that. You still a darkest, Bill Cosby. I'm not going to fucking let you off the hook for that. But that's not an attack on his wife at all. I have nothing against his wife at all. She sure stood by her man. She sure stood by her man. I'll give her credit for that. Rock solid. Rock solid. And I got a lot of respect for that. I got a lot of respect for that. Letty Pat says, the white man is very loyal to their counterparts. However, it's obvious that black men are doing towards specifically dark-skinned women. So why stay angry? Is the question they're not honoring you? Well, yeah, I'm angry because here's the thing. I know that black men are out of their minds. They're not thinking straight. That's the problem. So I'm going to help them come back to who they're supposed to be and come back to their natural counterpart, which is me. You see me? Yeah, it's me. I'm helping them. That's what dark skin activism is all about. It's to help them. And dark skinned Black women should be thanking me. The solution is not to run away. No, that's coward. That's a coward move. No, you work this. We straighten this shit on out. Big boy Big said, "I'm not racist. I choose my women depending on how loud she is and what type of ratchet attitude." See, that's you trying to take a shot right there, big boy. You've been, you know what, whatever. You're trying to take a shot. You've been doing this my whole life. I'm gonna put your little comment up there. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Led Pat said, "I agree. They're out of their minds. Yes, I see you, but I don't know how effective it is." Yeah, well, yeah, it's a slow progression. I'm in it. I'm in it for the long haul. It's a marathon, Letty Pat. It's not a sprint. You got to understand that. They're out of their damn minds. But you gotta get them back to their right mind, and that takes a lot of work. That's why the dark skin activist is here. I've been consistent. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going no motherfucking where. I'm gonna keep telling y'all Black men what it is, and y'all gonna do it. Exactly. Dark Side Network Reloaded. You said Big Boy is an obvious self-hater. Yeah, you kind of are, because you keep coming on here saying what you insinuating is that it's the dark-skinned woman that's ratchet and loud, and I don't care if you call me ratchet and loud. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. Okay, I don't care about none of that. And you're right. It's long. It's long. It's the road is long. That's how I go. That's when you're trying to get. Listen, Rome was not built overnight. I could use a lot of metaphors here to express what I'm saying. But the thing is I just have to keep going with this, because there are generations that's gonna come behind me. You know, one day I'm gonna leave this earth, and there's gonna be dark-skinned girls that are born behind me. I want them to have a Black husband. I want to repair. I'm always been about repairing. So I'm just not gonna stop. But I understand what you're saying. But y'all, I'm finna get out of here. But I want to thank y'all for watching, and I want to once again let you guys know to please go to my Cash App. Don't just sit here and watch me and be entertained off of my commentary, and make a donation. My Cash App is $rashidalala. Once again, $rashidalala. I want to thank everybody that have made contributions and support me. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, but I still need more of y'all support. So please go and make a contribution. My Cash App is $rashidalala. Once again, $rashidalala, and make a contribution. And you can also go to my PayPal. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. And you can also go to my GoFundMe by Googling Rashida Stroker GoFundMe. Now, you can find my Cash App and my PayPal by going to any of my YouTube videos and look in the comment section or look in the chat. Or you can go to my website, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. And you can go and make a donation there. Like the video, share the video, and I appreciate y'all for watching. Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark skin activist.